All right, yo. Brain Dump episode 5, chapter 5 of the Brain Dump. I don't know. Look, listen up, man. We need to talk about this chapter 5 real quick so I can let you guys know what the hell I'm thinking right now. First and foremost, the chapter was flames. I mean, all pun intended. The bosses, the area, the characters, the dialogue. I was hating at the beginning too, bro. I was hating at the beginning, but it turned up differently at the end, man. That final boss with the red boy, or Shashka, fire, bro. Caused me much grief. I started raging. He was bodying me, bro. He was bodying me. I'm not gonna lie to you, he was bodying me. But look, hear me out. The game is getting hard to follow, not gonna lie to you, because as we get further and further in, like, we're learning more and more characters, and like certain characters are crossing over, but like a lot of characters in a lot of the worlds aren't really crossing over, so it's a bit hard to kind of keep up to date with really what's going on, but I'm gonna do my best. So hit the like button if you're checking this out, you know what I'm saying. Hit the like button to support the channel and that. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you're watching this. Let's go ahead and get into my thoughts on the matter. So I think what ends up happening is you are basically being led to the old Bull King, right? The reason for that being is because the old Bull King is an old friend of yours, and once upon a time battled with you. Now the reason why he's the way he is at the moment is because of the battle that you guys had. Cool. I think that's what it's supposed to say, or what it's supposed to symbolize. The red boy, or the little boy that you fight at the end. Obviously he's the son of the Bull King, but he's trying to act as if he's the daughter. Try and gain respect for his father and trick his father. But the dad ain't with all that shit. He's not stupid. He's been around the block. So you end up fighting. The son. You beat him, and then here comes the mum to try and offer you the plantain fan. The plantain fan is supposed to be able to take out supposed to be able to take out the flames on the mountain. Sorry, forgive me. I know I'm jumbling all over the place. I promise you, I will tie this all together. So cool. She comes over to try and protect her son and rescue her son as you have him on his death's door. And she gives you an ultimatum. Or she gives you a choice. It's either take the fan and spare my son, or kill my son, basically. And before you even get a chance to make your decision, the son kills himself. Boom. So you get the relic, and all is pretty much good in your court. But for the family, the daughter dies. So the daughter is dead. The wife is upset because the son's dead. The father is upset because the son's dead, and obviously the son killed himself. So it's a bit peak, but all that being said, you then go into a flash of kind of like what seems to me to be a telling of the story of how the Destined One, or better yet, sorry, not the Destined One, how Wukong and then the old Bull King came to know each other. Yeah. They go into this battle fighting all these different gods and deities, and in this particular telling of the tale, Wukong actually dies, right? Now, one thing I'm realizing about this game is that it's not on a linear path. The events of chapter 1, I don't think are the events, I don't think the events of chapter 1 lead straight into the events of chapter 2, which leads straight into the events of chapter 3, and so forth. I don't think it works that way. I think the game is just getting you to understand and retell the stories of Wukong through the Destined One's experience. You feel me? So what's happening in this particular flash forward or flashback or alternate timeline or ultimate telling of the story is Wukong ends up dying. Now, as Wukong ends up dying, it obviously keeps the old Bull King alive. But it then opens up almost like a paradox or a Pandora's box or whatever you want to call it, where it kind of tells another act of that story, which is what we're getting now, which is the Destined One comes, fights the son dies, Zhu Bajie kills the daughter, and basically we come in and ruin the family. So the Sun Wukong effect again, like in every single flashback we've had, in every single chapter we've had, Sun Wukong is 100% responsible for the events that lead these characters to where they are right now. As the Destined One, we're just getting the opportunity to see the story and the effects of what Wukong did prior to this to this day. Which leads me to believe the final boss of this game is going to be Sun Wukong. It just leads me to believe it. It leads me to believe we're going to kill him, take his place, and almost have a choice. And the choice is going to be, do we continue down the same path that Sun Wukong originally set and continue the tales of how he inflicted and affected these surrounding bodies? Or do we go down a whole new, different pathway? I think the game is going to make us go down the same path as Sun Wukong. I think it's just one big cycle, repeating itself. We're learning the tales and learning the stories of what Sun Wukong did. Those stories and tales are inflicting us in order for us to make our own stories and tales. As we go ahead and do that, we'll end up just killing or affecting people just as bad as Sun Wukong did prior to when the Destined One arrived. Again, I'm not sure. I have no clue. I've not played the game before to know, but it just feels like it's going down that way because the game is doing a really good job of kind of telling all these characters different stories, and every character has had some sort of run-in with Sun Wukong. But their run-in with the Destined One is not any better. You feel me? Like these characters are having a shit situation with Sun Wukong, and then here comes the Destined One to just give them even more of a shitter situation, to fight them just even more harder, to put them even more in a horrible scenario, to make them relive memories that they suppressed years ago. Like, it's not, we're not a good person, is basically what I'm trying to say. And I think that's where the game's going with that. Obviously the game does lose you a little bit because the game is very heavy, it's very heavily dependent on understanding the book. So I think this game will really just go from a 9 to a 10 once you can understand everything, once you can piece it all together. I don't think, unfortunately, you're going to be piecing this together through the game's story. You're going to have to go out of your way, watch YouTube videos and read the book and learn all this Chinese and lore, and learn all these characters in external means. I don't think the game has the ability nor the time to really make you get them all, through the game, which is a shame. And it's one of the critiques, one of my hot takes from episode 0, which was me telling you that this game is going to be so rich in terms of lore, it's impossible to bring all of it to the game and it makes sense, right? So all in all, I think this chapter had some of the sickest areas to play in and some of the sickest bosses. That Red Boy boss was cool, man. His moves, the way he looked, some of the cutscenes he would do with some of his command grabs was fire, bro. And probably one of the best chapters so far. Some of the coolest areas, especially that like white yin-yang realm you're fighting against the Keeper of the Mountain. Another sick boss fight. They really outdone themselves with this one, which leads me to believe that I don't know how we're gonna make it any better in the next area. But I think there's going to be 7 chapters in total. I think we're about to get this relic in chapter 6, and then we're going to go ahead and learn basically shit like chapter 7. Sorry, is going to be the outcome of it all. You get me? But we'll see though, man. Listen, that's the brain dump over. I'm trying to make these under 10 minutes now to not make them so long. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, or night, depending where you're from, and I'll see you when I see you. All right. Lele, thanks for watching.